Hi, my name is Adrian Gibson, and I'm here to talk to you about my local business, Local Chicks Farm Fresh Eggs, where we bring you fabulous eggs from fabulous hens. I started this business to sell farm fresh eggs to my friends, family, neighbors, and my local community. Um, I personally think that they taste much better than a store-bought egg, and I think you can see the difference as well as taste the difference, especially if you've never had a farm fresh egg. I plan to run this business with my fiance and two children, um, and we'll just work it out of our home off of our family farm. My business target would be anyone, everyone that eats eggs, uses eggs while cooking, baking, whether they own a local restaurant or own a local bakery. We have several of those in my little small town. But my main target would be just people that want to have a carton of eggs in their house. I know about every time I go to the grocery store, I have to get a carton of eggs. So just that is my main target, is just to sell people their supply of eggs. My competitors would obviously be anyone else that sells eggs, whether it be store-bought or farm fresh. Um, the grocery stores, we have Walmart, we have Three Ingles, Food Line, and we have couple of convenience stores and a select gas stations that sometimes will randomly have farm fresh eggs if some of the farmers will have an abundance of eggs. And then also people will also be selling them at the farmers market, which is one of the main places I plan to sell my eggs. My production process would obviously be the hens lay eggs. We then collect the eggs. We dry clean them, which you pretty much just take a paper towel, wipe them off, get all the debris that will fall off, and then we wet clean them, which is where we just take a little bit of water, wash them off, get them all nice and clean. Then we dry them, and then of course we package them in the cartons, and labeling and pricing. Starting out, I plan for it just to be myself and my fiance caring for the hens, collecting the eggs, cleaning the eggs, labeling and packaging, and delivering to all the locations. And then, of course, we would work the farmers market every Saturday. If it continued to grow to what I think it will, we would eventually bring some of my family members in and just keep it that close knit. Working our business, like if we needed to go out of town on the weekend, we needed someone else to work it at the farmers market, we would do that. And then, of course, keeping our main employees happy and healthy, which would be our hens. My main strategies would be to advertise on social media. As many of you know, this is a major benefit to our communities. It is, you can really push your product on social media. And also I've learned word of mouth, especially in a small town like I live. Word of mouth goes a long way. When you hear someone talking about how great a product is, normally people are willing to try it. And then we would hand out flyers, like on Main Street where the local farmers market's at. We will post signs, have signs outside of the gas stations we plan to sell at, and the little convenience stores. But we would just spread it as much as possible to get our name out there, to let people know that we are selling farm fresh eggs. I plan to just start out selling them at the farmers market, and then after a few weeks of them becoming more popular and us getting our name out, that is when I would then plan to go to my local gas stations and go to my local convenience stores and, put them on them shelves. They're normally pretty willing to let you do it, if they get to keep a small percentage. Some will just let you do it. It all just depends on the owner. And the buyer is, again, anyone and everyone who eats eggs or uses eggs or Potentially we could maybe sell to a few of the local businesses. Like there's several bakeries on Main Street and stuff like that. Packaging and distribution. At the beginning, we will just fill cartons one at a time as the eggs are laid, because we're only starting out with 4 hens, so it'll be pretty easy to just keep up with that. As it increases, we will probably be able to fill more cartons at a time, depending on how many hens we have and how many eggs they are laying each day, because I plan to, add a couple hens each week as we make more and more profit. My budget, my initial investment is $10, which is buying 4 hens at $2.50 a piece. I know you can't go to a chicken sale and buy them that cheap, but I actually have a neighbor who raises laying hens and raises meat hens, and I made a deal with him that he would sell them to me for $2.50 a piece, just being neighborly. So I plan to, after I sell my first 4 dozens for $4.50 a piece, I plan to, I will have made my $10 back, have a profit of $8, and then I would plan to invest $5 of my profit back into 2 new laying hens, which would bring me up to getting at least 6 dozen a week, which would turn my profit into $17. I project that I will at least have an $8 increase of profit each week if I continue to buy 2 laying hens. I've also thought about upping that as the profit grows, to maybe buying 3 or 4 hens a week, and then increasing it from there, because the more hens, the more profit you are going to see.